Hello everyone, Archana is here. Welcome to the 7th session of presentation in English. In today's session, let us deal with the prose Oru Manushyan, written by Vaikom Muhammad Basheer. About the author, Vaikom Muhammad Basheer is a well-known Malayalam short story writer and novelist. He is known for his sympathetic portrayal of the joys and sorrows of ordinary life. His stories have been translated into English and various Indian languages. He was an honorary fellow of the Sahitya Academy in 1970. He was the recipient of the Central Sahitya Academy Award and Padma Shri in 1982. The story Oru Manushyan stresses on the need of human values to understand and help the fellow human beings when they are caught in strange situations. The author narrates a story about a big city with cruel people. He stayed in that city teaching English to migrant laborers. One day, he went out for his tea and meal. He entered a restaurant and ate a full meal. When he checked his pocket for his wallet to pay, it was not there. It was picked. The owner did not believe his story. He asked the narrator to remove his clothes one by one. When the situation was getting worse, there appeared a tall, fair-complexioned man. He paid the bill for the narrator. He did not tell his name. He took out 5 wallets and one of them belonged to the narrator. So this is the gist of the story. Now, Oru Manushyan, when translated to English, means a man. And the title refers to a man who comes to the rescue of the speaker, who is in a land which is 1,500 miles away from his home. So the speaker knows no one there, neither does he know the local language. He knows English and Hindustani, but not many inhabitants of the land understand English or Hindustani. The place is quite a big city in the valley of a mountain. The crime rate is high as the people are merciless and are prepared to do anything for money. They work as soldiers, moneylenders, and watchmen in banks, mills, commercial establishments. Now let's deal with the story. The speaker, who stays in a small room, teaches English to migrant laborers from 9:30 till 11 in the night, as people want to learn English to write addresses in English at the post office. If they have to get it done by others, they have to pay anything between 1 anna and 4 annas. So the speaker, who earns very little, sleeps all day and wakes up at 4 in the evening so as to avoid the expenses of morning tea and noon lunch. One evening, he goes to a crowded restaurant to have his food, and when he has to pay the bill of 11 annas, he realizes that his purse with his life's savings of 14 rupees is missing. But the owner of the restaurant thinks that the speaker is trying to cheat him and threatens to gouge his eyes out, to take out his eyes. None of the others at the restaurant seem to have any kindness either. The speaker pleads with the owner to keep his coat as surety. But the owner guffaws, laughs and makes the speaker remove his coat, shirt and shoes. When he wants the speaker to remove even the trousers, the speaker pleads with him for mercy, saying he has nothing inside. This only invokes more laughter, and the restaurant owner, along with 50 other people gathered there, forces the speaker to strike further and says mockingly, "There must be something inside." The speaker, now resigned to his fate, starts unbuttoning his trousers, all the time imagining himself standing naked in front of others with his eyes gouged out. It is at this point that a blue eyed, fair complexioned, a 6-footer with a red turban and white trousers intervenes and offers to pay the amount due to the owner. He asks the speaker to go with him. When the grateful speaker asks for his name, he says he has no name. When the speaker says Mercy must be his name, he does not react and walks on until they reach a deserted bridge. There, after making sure that no one is around, the stranger takes out 5 wallets and asks the speaker which of these is his. He wants the speaker to go away without turning around and adds that the speaker should not admit to anyone that he has seen the man. He gives the wallet, which has been identified by the speaker as his own, with the money intact, and leaves the place, wishing the speaker that he be helped by God. The speaker, on his part, hopes that God would help the stranger. It is clear that the man who helps the speaker in reality is the pickpocketer who has stolen the purse of the speaker, in addition to 4 other wallets. Though the speaker is more than grateful to the man, the situation raises many ethical questions. Do we take the pickpocket as a man with a kind heart? Following one line of argument, we can say that he definitely is. Otherwise, he wouldn't have helped the speaker. Had he been totally hard-hearted, he would have probably had a lot of fun watching the humiliation of the speaker, knowing full well that the speaker is telling the truth. One more point that goes in his favor is the truth that the money he pays at the restaurant is not from the 14 rupees of the speaker. In fact, he asks the speaker to count his money and make sure that the amount is not touched while giving his wallet back. But this doesn't absolve him of wrongdoing. What would have happened to the speaker if the man who had picked his pocket wasn't around? What about the plight of the other 4 people who have lost their wallets? Isn't there the possibility that they too would probably be in similar or even worse situations? There is also the question of the background of the thief. Has he indulged in the crime because of some unavoidable circumstances, or is it that he is a man who wants to earn some quick money? The various ethical questions point in one direction. We cannot sit in one judgment of the actions of others. No case can be judged from a single point of view, right? So there are multiple possibilities. However, it is evident that though a criminal, the man Oru Manushyan is certainly a person with some goodness in his heart, and the speaker would always remember him as his kind savior. Students, here we have winded up the prose. Let us conclude the prose in detail. The narrator, who stayed in the city teaching English to some migrant laborers, taught them how to write address in English. His routine would begin at 4 p.m. as usual. Then he would finish his daily chores and step out for his tea and a meal. He would teach the migrant laborers from 9:30 till 11 in the night. One day the narrator got up at 4 p.m. As usual, finished his daily chores and walked out for his tea and a meal. He was in a suit. He had 14 rupees in his wallet. He entered a crowded restaurant and ate a full meal consisting of chapatis and meat curry. He drank tea as well. The bill came to 11 annas. When he checked his pocket to pay, the wallet was not there. His pocket was picked. He tried to explain it to the owner of the restaurant, but he did not believe in it. He threatened to gouge his eyes out. He then asked the narrator to take off his coat, shirts, shoes, and then the trousers as well. It was really embarrassing situation. The narrator said he had nothing. Everyone started laughing. Then he started unbuttoning. Exactly then he heard a voice, "Stop, I shall pay the money." There stood a fair complexioned man, 6 feet tall, with a red turban and white trousers. He paid the amount. The narrator thanked him and asked him for his name. He replied that he had no name. Then, at a deserted bridge, the stranger took out 5 wallets from his various pockets. One of them belonged to the narrator. The money was intact. So here the writer shows us how even a pickpocket can transform into a human individual under circumstances. The story lays stress on the true manifestation of human values. Kindness is a virtue that moves even a heart that seems stone hard. Home assignment. Answer the following questions in a paragraph. First question. Describe the people and the place where the incident took place. Second question. What was the routine of the narrator in the city? And the third question. A stranger saved the day for the narrator. How? Thank you, students.